At what moment in your relationship did you realize that together forever had an expiration date? The moment we went into a long-distance relationship. James and I met freshman year in college during a fire drill at 3 a.m. and we were both barefoot in pajamas. Since then, we became that couple who I fucked during lectures and turned watching a movie into code that fooled absolutely no one. People we'd never met knew us as that couple from the third floor, and strangers would comment goals on our Instagram posts and we ate it up. We never spent more than a day apart in 3 years, which is why when James told me he got accepted to study senior year abroad in London, I felt my chest cave in. So the night before his flight, we ordered our usual pizza to my apartment. Since sophomore year, we had this stupid ritual where we would split a pepperoni slice perfectly down the middle, dip each half in my secret honey sriracha sauce, eat in sync. But this time our hands trembled. We'd watched distance destroy every other college couple we knew. So that night, drunk on cheap wine and desperation, we made a pact with one promise. We swore that distance wouldn't change us. We'd fly to each other for every important moment and never let anyone else fill the space between us. We sealed it with our pizza ritual and snapped a Polaroid, and I pinned that photo to my nightstand. The very next day, on his flight to campus, our 3-year-long relationship began its death spiral, all because of a girl named Lexi who happened to sit beside him that flight. She was stressed about starting college, and by the time they landed, they discovered they were heading to the same school. At first, I was genuinely happy he'd made a friend, but within days, every conversation started with her name. Lexi thinks this, Lexi said that. One time they even got pepperoni pizza together, and even dipping my secret honey sriracha sauce into it. Coffee runs between classes, late night study sessions, her laughter always in the background of our calls. He'd step outside to talk to me, like I was the interruption. 3 months in, he didn't pick up. Lexi answered instead, breathless, giggling. She said James was in the shower and asked if I wanted her to take a message. I snapped back, demanding, "Can I talk to my boyfriend?" My voice came out sharper than intended. She handed him the phone eventually. "Why were you so rude to Lexi?" His first words, "Not hello, not sorry for worrying me." I snapped. "Why does she have your phone? Why is she always there?" The accusations poured out, months of swallowed doubts finally erupting. He turned cold, called me dramatic, controlling. I pushed harder. "Are you in love with her or something?" "You know what? Maybe I am." The words hit like ice water. "She actually supports me. You just hold me back." I begged him to take it back. He didn't. Said he wanted me out of his life, told me to stop calling. Just like that, 3 years dissolved into nothing. Both promises we'd sealed and blood shattered. He'd betrayed my trust and made it clear he'd never show up for my happiness again. Years passed. Bad dates, trust issues, slowly learning to believe again. Life moved forward whether I wanted it to or not. Eventually, I met someone kind who made me laugh. 2 months ago, he proposed at sunrise on a beach. The morning of our wedding, I finally threw away that old Polaroid after years of holding on to ghosts. It was a beach wedding, public and open. During the ceremony, I spotted James in the back row, just standing there, clapping with everyone else when we kissed. My heart stopped, but I kept smiling. Mutual friends had mentioned he was still single, that Lexi left him years ago, that he tells anyone who'll listen about his biggest regret, which was throwing me away for someone who meant nothing. After the ceremony, I approached him during cocktail hour. He said he kept his promise and booked a flight to be here on my happiest day, just like we promised that night. I told him that pact shattered the moment I heard Lexi on his phone, doing God knows what to make her sound so breathless and giggly. Something in his eyes just broke when I said that, like he'd somehow forgotten that massive detail lol. I do think maybe that was the closure he needed and never got.